Good morning, good morning. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Boop. Good morning. Putting on a little tinted chapstick so I don't look like a corpse, as Allie Willis once famously told me in person at stately Willis Mansion. But I digress. I also realized that my comments are in this tiny little font. And if I go like this, it's so much easier to see more of you and less of me, because I see me all the time. Good morning, Kimmy with 1M, Kimmy L, and Giolojo Roberto X, and Laura. Laura Gibbon Voorhees, nice to see you. Blonde Cheryl, nice to see you. Spreading Sunshine, I love it. Spreading Sunshine, could you do a little bit about the gloom this morning? Not the doom and gloom, but just the gloom. Well, and the doom. Yeah, do something about the doom, will you? I actually woke up early this morning, wicked early this morning, and I'm glad I did, because it was kind of drizzling out, and I realized that if I'm taking care of our new patio furniture, and so I got up at like 6:30 and literally like moved the cushions off of the patio furniture into the breezeway, and then put up the umbrella. So I'm glad it's raining out. That means I don't have to water our crepe myrtle that we just planted. So I like the rain, and I will do good things on this gloomy day. One of the things I'm going to do well, whatever, is I'm going to just make sure I get this. There we go. Connected. Get yourself connected. Writing on the wall. I love this. Laura Gibbon Voorhees, same here. Feeling peckish. And I love that you used the phrase peckish, because I use the word peckish as well. I just want to peck at something. So a little breakfast, and then I open the deck bins I procrastinated yesterday. Okay, how about this, Laura? Yes, get a little breakfast. I am actually eating like the leftovers of a breakfast bar that my husband bought, because I woke up feeling a wee bit peckish too. Erin, you're using your favorite mug today? Check it out. I did wash it in between. I'm using the extra large version of my mug today, so nice to see you. Pardon me for being rude. That was not me, it was my food. So yay, Erin, I was thinking about you this morning, because I was thinking about how proud I am of you for not giving up on yourself, for as you said, and I'm paraphrasing completely, earlier this week, about kind of not giving up on the concept of chunking it down, even though you have decades worth of telling yourself it should to do it a different way, and noticing the results of chunking it down. And if I remember what I'm thinking clearly, that concept of, instead of beating yourself up about what you didn't do, being proud of what you did do. So rock on, my friend, and I cheers you with my mug. Yay, painting of a duck. Nice to see you, Amy from Miami. I love it. German maid, thank you for the flowers. Yes. Yeah, I'm wicked psyched about that. What I want to get back to, though, first of all, I always forgot to do this. My name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach, and my coaching is called Destination Decluttered. Here I am for the next whatever many minutes, 56 minutes. Okay, I'm here to help you with what you're stuck with, and that can vary from day to day. I'm here to encourage you to do what you know how to do, but more so because you can do what you know how to do declutter-wise without a lot of prompting. Like, you have stuff that you do, but I am here. The reason I'm showing up in your life right now, at least I think, is to help you with the parts that you struggle with. Even the decluttering you do right now, there may be an easier, simpler, less stressful way of doing it. And all I do is think about, talk about, write about, coach about decluttering, because it is a multifaceted wonderland. So I hang out in this area a lot. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So I show up as the expert and happily, with love in my heart, help you when you're like, nerds, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Because I've been there, people. I've been there. I still get there. We all will. But knowing that there are things you can do and learning that there are things you can do to get yourself unstuck is awesome. It's awesome. Okay. So Laura Gibbon Voorhees, when you say I opened the deck bins, I procrastinated yesterday. No. How about this? Let's chunk it down from the get-go. How about you will open one bin? One bin, okay? Chunk it on down now. Here we got some good stuff going on here. Decluttering for 90 minutes yesterday resulted in a 90-minute crash and nap. And don't be surprised by that. Don't be surprised by that because you expended physical and mental energy in a way that you probably haven't done. So I offer to you that I'm psyched that you actually took a nap. We all need to recover after what we do. I got wicked tired yesterday, and part of me was like, do I have the COVID? Am I getting sick? I did get my booster, so that may have had a wee bit to do with it. But then I realized I had been up since 7 a.m. and actively doing stuff for hours on end. So everybody, please do not be surprised. Please do not think anything has gone wrong if you have done something and then you are tired afterwards. Okay? Okay, so the clutter drains you, but here's a cool thing. You can change it, not that you can change that. If you know that clutter, and I'm thinking decluttering drains you, don't do it for 90 minutes the next time. Or do it for 90 minutes, but break it up into 20, 20, 20, and 20, and then like an extra 10 for the heck of it. Chunk it down, and it just makes it easier. Literally this morning, as I was waiting for my tea, I put away a few dishes that were stacked up next to the sink because I washed them by hand yesterday. Did I put away all of them? No. But I did some, is as you said too, because I remember you using the less than and greater than, like math symbol. Something is always better than nothing. Okay? So the neat thing is, Aaron, the next time you show up in that spot where you spent that 90 minutes, there will be substantially less clutter. You will not be starting at, I can barely see, I should probably turn up the contrast here. I feel like the, Statue of Liberty. You are not starting at the beginning again. You are further along. You are farther along. I love it. Yeah. So overstimulated. I love that word because to me that's an overwhelm, overstimulated. Okay? If you get overstimulated, I feel like literally, wouldn't it be interesting if like back in the day when they had those horses with the bridles and they literally had the blinders on, which just kept them looking ahead and not being distracted by the peripheral vision? I wonder if they could make glasses that had that. I wonder if we could construct something like put a piece of cardboard on either side of your glasses, and if you don't wear glasses, you could get an El Cheapo pair of like readers and pop out the lenses and use that and be like, I'm going to focus on. So notice, if you get overstimulated, that's a feeling. Your overstimulation for many of us is probably visual. Notice what sense of the 5 to 6 senses you have is where the overstimulation begins. And I'm thinking it's visual, coming from a lady who wears glasses. Okay? Now, let's all send some good love to Laura Gibbon Voorhees. She's rolling up her sleeves, and she's opening up the alleged Pandora's box of the tote that's on her patio, her porch. Okay? What will she find there? I don't know. Could be meat, could be cake. Could be nothing, could be something, but trying. Okay? And here's the thing. I love this. Kara's Garden. Oh, honey bunch. The fact that you're on day 4 of it's not COVID, but I'm sick. You've also been going through a lot too. look for the context of how you're feeling and get some clues that may be some like contributing factors. I know just from seeing your, from what I know about you from your socials, that you struggle with, disability of like feeling pain and things. And you know that, but it helps to be reminded of things. You also have been working hard on helping your friend and her dad as he is probably literally on his deathbed. Okay? And that can take a mental toll and a physical toll. Love your body, take care of your body. That's why we always start. That's why the more I coach, when I see that such an important first step in any project is checking in with your physical body. And if you're not feeling good, taking care of said physical body. Okay? And that's okay. If you need to take a nap, that's okay. If you're peckish, peck on something. If you're not feeling well, cuddle up with your dog or your teddy bear and your cell phone and be connected with people. Okay? So please, everybody here, you will be able to feel much better physically and all the other ways if you back it up and just address your physical self first. This does not mean, however, that you need to be perfect in order to start anything. No. You need to have kind of enough gas, a half a tank or more to get started. You do not need to have a full tank to get started. Okay? You would benefit from, and I try to be very particular about my words, it would benefit you to at least get yourself to half a tank of gas to get started. Anything more than that is lovely. Anything less than that, let's do something to get you feeling, to get you up to that half a tank mark. Okay? Yes, and Painting of a Duck says, and I'm backing up here for just a minute, not only does Painting of a Duck says, my therapist always says to deal with the overwhelm first, and you know who says that too? Me. Okay? Then you can do whatever you need. Okay? So, dealing with the overwhelm, physical overwhelm is a big deal. If you feel shitty physically, everything else is going to be more difficult. Fact. Okay? So everybody right now, let's even take 30 whopping seconds to put your hands in the air, wave them around like you just don't care, and let's all do this. We're going to do like a scan. The overwhelm is up here, so let's take it here and put it down right there. Okay, so the overwhelm, we're putting it down. That's another down. But take your hands, put them in the air, do some stretches, and then let's slowly but mindfully just move them as if you're in like a little scanner. Like remember back in the day when you would scan something and it would like beep, 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 and it would do like a zoop, zoop, zoop back and forth? Do that to yourself like an old black and white scanner. How are you feeling in different parts of your body? What is lighting up green? What is lighting up red? What is lighting up yellow? Can you do something about the places that are lighting up red or yellow? Ideally, yellow means you can kind of nip it in the bud. Now, I know myself, for whatever reason, oh, sweet mysteries, I woke up with a headache, a small one. So what have I done already for that? I took an Excedrin. I also was a little bit peckish in my belly, so I took a bite of some food. I also know that getting water into my human body is going to be really important. So I put some water in a tea bag in my mug. What else? I noticed that you could see that I've got some muscles that need stretching. Reconnect to your human body. Do not ignore it. Okay? Do something to feel better physically. Now, Jackie McDonald is saying, I guess not sleeping this night and last night may not make today the best time to deal with stored. Jackie, I think you got something there. Okay? And I offer to you, back it up even further and get curious about why you didn't sleep this night and last night. Is there anything that you can think of that got you to not be sleeping well? And then knowing that sleep is the thing that puts gas in your tank, that kind of charges your battery. Kind of like, I often use like the car metaphor, and since I'm of an age, I tend to use the gas-powered car metaphor. But we're in the age of electric vehicles. We are also in the age of cell phones, and many of us are used to. If you don't charge your cell phone, it will drain. Think of yourself as a cell phone. And you want at least a 50% battery to get started. And if not, do something to charge your battery. Okay? And I offer to you, Jackie, today may not be the best day to deal with storage. Storage is the second level of clutter. Surface storage, sentimental. But maybe you can do what I suggest on the surface. Kind of do some puttering and decluttering, if only to practice this really important skill of practicing not getting in the all or nothing mindset. Oh, well, I can't do that today, so the whole day's ruined it. I'll just fart around. Okay? So notice how you're feeling physically. Everything else kind of flows from that. But physically also incorporates the second one, which is your nervous system, which is your nerves and your electricity and all of the mysterious kind of like invisible stuff. Like we can see blood, we can see veins, we can see a heartbeat, but that magical thing, again, electricity that runs through our bodies that keeps us alive and makes us feel feelings, our nervous system, for lack of a more elegant way to say it, also is what can be out of whack. Notice we already said the word overwhelm and overstimulated. Over, like it's the sword of Damocles is hanging over my head. Or it's a wonderful Nelson bubble lamp that every day I look at it and I fucking love it. But I digress. Notice how you're feeling in your energy. And I don't necessarily just mean physical. I mean, are you focused? Or are you distracted? Are you overwhelmed? Are you overstimulated? Any of the overs, we're going to calm down to get you started. Okay? Now, I love this. So remember how yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Yesterday, Laura Gibbon Voorhees kind of procrastinated opening up one of the tubs, one of the things on her patio. And I'm riffing here about the exact words, but you know what I'm talking about. She has opened one up, and where did it say? I just saw one. She got some Beanie Babies, and here was a funny thing. Rolling up the sleeves, presto. Put a rabbit on, into the washing machine they go because they smelled smarmy. I would say, to me, smarmy is a different phrase. In our house, I would maybe be like, they smelled, I don't know. But they didn't smell good to you, so you did something about them. You put them in the washing machine. Okay? I love that. All right? Linda is noticing recuperating from a hysterectomy gone wrong. Ah, shit. I have learned to pace myself even after 3 months. Self-care is important and not impossible. Yeah. I love that Kara says she's got a doctor's appointment today and she's advocating for herself. Okay. Yeah. So Jackie says, I still want to go there to cut the lock off that I don't have a key for. It's the first step. Jackie, I offer to you. That sounds good, but today may not be the day. But if the day is not for that, what could you do on this day? And I will say any decluttering you do today is practice for when you get to the storage unit. Okay? Laura Gibbon Voorhees, BB Bainies in the wash. The rest of the bins are adult daughter's toys. So notice, those are things you don't even have to make a decision on. You looked at them and now you've categorized them under the category of dear daughter's stuff. I love it. Paula to the Jean, P to the J, welcome. More aha moments. Take on me, take on me. Is that the aha moment you're talking about? Right? I love this. And here's an interesting thing about the word procrastination. Notice how, for whatever reason, and sometimes we know and sometimes we don't, notice that for whatever reason, yesterday, it felt more difficult for Laura to go through this tub. Today is a different story. She's eaten something, she's opened up the tub, she noticed what's in there, Beanie Babies into the washing machine, noticing that these things are her daughter's, and already sent her pictures of, do you want this stuff? In 15 minutes. So don't beat yourself up if you label yourself as a procrastinator, at least with things that do not have hard and fast due dates. Okay? I would get curious if I were Laura to say, what was it about yesterday that made what I'm doing so easily now feel so difficult? And I'm telling you, people, you know what I'm doing. Oh, she's reaching for her notebook. I would get my notebook out and I would write it down. And sometimes the things that affect you today are things that happened multiple days ago that you still may be, as Linda said, recuperating from. As we get older, it takes us longer to recover, to get back to kind of normal from something. It may take a few days. Okay? So good stuff. Yay. Now, I think I missed something. Let me make sure. Boodly bop. I think we're good. Trying to make sure everybody's seen. Whoops. Now everything on poop. Okay. Now, Patty got the living room set up yesterday. Took BP cuff and put near me to check periodically and have a headache today. Okay, Patty, headache lady, high five. You're not alone. What could you do now about your headache? Carla Jane is back in the house. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing, Jackie McDonald. Okay? Okay? Penny Luck Myers, nice to see you. And I offer to you, if I sleep this morning, maybe storage later. Yes, if you need some sleep, please get some sleep. Even if it means, and I would say even if it means, do not feel like you're going to miss anything on this TikTok Live. Do not feel the FOMO of, well, I have to stay awake. Maybe you crawl into bed right now with your cell phone and you just watch it here. But also, this TikTok Live and today's YouTube Live. Oh, it's Wednesday. We got one going on tonight. They're all recorded. I upload them to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. You can watch it later when you're feeling better. You can listen to it as you are going through the storage unit. Okay? But notice, if you need to go to sleep right now, go do it. Do not, what is that? Postpone joy. Do not postpone doing something that's going to make you feel better. But notice your fear right here. I don't want to lose my motivation. It's very rare. No, maybe the way you have motivated yourself before is rare or infrequent. I want to offer to you, okay, this thought, which is you can get your motivation. You can generate motivation. Do not wait for it to just kind of float by and grace you with its presence. You can generate motivation whenever you want. That is another skill I can teach you, okay? So if currently the way you're doing something is waiting for inspiration to hit and only asking when inspiration or motivation hits, there's another way of doing it. Okay? There is. And this is what I coach people on, is helping you generate that motivation and then getting into gear and doing the thing. Okay? And I think a lot of us, honestly, Penny Luck Meyer says, it's been a while. It may take a few days for me to transition from my summer job. Yes, to me, and maybe you, September is always a month of shifting gears. of transitioning from the 12 to 20 plus years that I had of like school vacation to back to school. To me, September and March, it's kind of weird. September and March are more like the New Year's than really in the middle of the freaking winter. But that's because I live in a place with 4 seasons. But the transition from, and if you think about it, even the seasons, going from a season of growth and maturity to harvest and decline is a lot more organic. So everybody here, do not be surprised if it takes you a while to shift into the September mode, okay? For whatever you're doing. Yay, Catherine. Catherine sold 2 older appliances and blew out and cleaned out your carport, and it made me so happy. I am reading a book now, and I forget the name of the author. I was reading it in bed this morning. Instead of immediately scrolling in my bed, I was reading, which was awesome. It's called New Happy. I suggest you look at it. I'm thinking it's pretty good. The reason I am showing up to teach you how to declutter is not so it looks decluttered to anybody else, but it is so you learn that you can do things that make you feel intrinsically happy. Having a place that looks good and safe and wonderful can make you feel happy because you did something to change something that made you feel not good. Okay? So I love it. Good morning, Kim Jenner. Nice to see you. Now, Deb reads books. Deb reads books. Beth reads books. I love it. We have emptied our entire basement to finish it. I didn't know we had so much, and the teens are sorting too. Oh, music to my ears when other people in the relationships participate in the decluttering and maintenance of a decluttered home. Music to my ear, Deb. And Deb says, notice where, and I say this to you, notice where people say it feels good to be decluttered. Catherine said, doing this decluttering made me feel so happy. Deb is saying, it's been so freeing and we all feel lighter. Happy, free, light. Doesn't that feel good to even say those words? Okay? That is what we're going for. We are not going for anything else but that, really. Okay? There we go. Now I'm catching up on the comments here. Laura Gimna Voorhees, in real time, like live from the newsroom. Okay, over to Laura on the patio. The daughter immediately answered, I don't want that stuff. I'm paraphrasing. The bin contents will go away. Maybe this is a chance to use my new free sign back bracket. And here's one of my lovely phrases. Why the hell not? Go for it. See what happens. Put it out now. And who knows? Maybe in a half an hour, that stuff could be gone. Maybe, if not, no big deal. Be patient. Patience, grasshopper. Be patient, and maybe by the time we do our YouTube live tonight, to which everybody's invited, you can give us an update on what went and what didn't. Okay? Yay! I'm glad Spreading Sunshine said it's a fantastic book. Jennifer, here, let me catch up here. Wicked title. Okay. The name of the book is called New Happy, because it's a riff on Old Happy, New Happy. New Happy. If somebody wants to Google it and put the author's name and put it in the comments for somebody, that would be awesome. Monk, nice to see you. Catherine, yay. Alrighty. Now, Jackie McDonald said, Jackie, I'm Team Jackie, just so you know. My son got on me about storage. Oh, did he? Oh, did he? He's visiting, and I want to have it partly done before he gets here. Okay? A worthy goal. A worthy goal. But you having an empty tank is not going to get you that result. Now, if he's been on it for years, this is going to be awful because I can be snarky as the day is long. I wonder if any of his, first of all, I wonder if his house is in order. So funny. That's like a phrase that I first heard in an REM song back in like 82. Is his house in order? Maybe, maybe not. Do it for yourself. Notice you're doing it. You want to not feel an issue with your son. I'm here to help you with it. Yeah, I'm here to help you with this. Okay? And I want to have it partly done before he gets here. I wonder, do you have any of his stuff in your house or your storage? If you do, wouldn't it be great to be like, here, you visited. This is all your shit. Take it home with you. You would phrase it nicelier than me. And I do phrase things more nicely when I'm not being just an efficient New Englander. Okay? I love it. Elle says, Elle is sharing the name of the book that I'm reading that I think all of us are benefiting from. Because it's really, it's called New Happy by Stephanie Harrison. New Happy, ... getting happiness right in a world that's got it wrong. New Happy, Stephanie Harrison. Buy a copy today. I saw her on TikTok. It's a really good book. I haven't finished it yet, but it's pretty good. You will find value in it, okay? So, one of the things you can do, Jackie, without moving your physical body while you are resting your physical body, is you could sit in your bed with one of the two most powerful tools to declutter are going to be your head and your heart, you and your thinker and feeler, right? So this is one, your decision maker, you, and your physical body holding up a pen and a piece of paper. You can make a plan. You can make a roadmap. And here's a funny thing. I always feel like I should get that in there too. Happiness, because that's the true destination. You could sit in bed and make a plan so that when you do go to the storage unit, you can hit the ground running. Okay? Secretly, I want it all done before he gets here. Yes, wouldn't that be a great reveal? But I offer to you, you may be able to do that. You may not. I don't know. But yes, Catherine, spot on. Do it at your pace. And do it for you. Do not do it for somebody else to try to make them happy. Do it at a pace that works for you. Okay? And we're here for you. Alrighty? Catherine says your pace is. Marietta in Jersey, I love it. You know, damn it, Donna is sending you good vibes. Yeah. Okay, Sue says, downloaded the book to Audible to listen to I'll get my steps in. I love it. Now, Leslie M says, kids often think they know what their parents need to do because they don't have a clue themselves. Facts. Yeah. So, do it when you feel good. Okay, make a plan and you can show your son the list of things you did. It may not be dramatically, visually evident to the external eye, but if you keep a list of the things you're going to do in there, and sometimes you can do that big kind of that, what do I want to say? Like that easy win by going in and addressing some of the big items, okay? But the big items are visual, but sometimes it's the small items that jam me up. But Jackie, we're here with you. When is your son visiting? Let us know when your son is visiting. And just so you know too, and I'm just going to check here. And everybody, I do a TikTok live. Oops, that's wrong. I do a TikTok live for an hour almost every day, except for when I don't. And I also do a YouTube live every day. So you can check in with us. You can get encouragement. You can get practical advice. You can get connection. This refills your tank. Okay? Alrighty? That refills your tank. So we are here for you, Jackie McDonald. Okay? Yes. Yes, and you are awesome as you are. You don't need their approval, and I do love my kids. And I will share this because I do not have children. I always like to put it out there so, you don't have kids, but I'm a daughter, and I have a mother, and oh yeah, Leslie, I know what my mother needs to do. She just needs to do this, right? I just thought of a meme. I'm not going to share it. But I offer to you, everybody, we all can see what other people need to do, but we're kind of blind to what we need to do. It's readily apparent. All she needs to do is get focused and read that book and work out her body and whatever. So quick to judge other people. But man, are we living so close to our eyeballs that we cannot even see ourselves. So I bet your son, who you love, and he loves you, he's got his own things he's struggling with. So maybe he's deflecting. I can't deal with my stuff, but boy, I can correct other people. Okay? So, yeah. He knows I'm broke, yet spend $400 a month on storage. Okay. Yeah. And Leslie says it's true. It's easy to avoid answering the somewhat overwhelming question, what do I want? Because it's too big and too vague. What do I want? World peace? I don't know. Yeah, Penny Luckmeyer says, my sister always says, just get a dumpster. Her kids are grown and gone for years. Yeah, everybody's got their own opinion. Everybody's got something to hide except me and my monkey. And what I offer to you is, you also may know people who do not have a deeper connection with their stuff that can easily put things in dumpsters. I'm not one of those kind of people. Yeah. And yet, you know what, Jackie? Here's the thing. You are judging yourself. So listen to yourself. It's been a dumb thing to throw money away on. Yes, most of it will be trashed. When you beat yourself up verbally, when you verbally abuse yourself, is that helping you to change that? I think not, because you're still paying the $400 and you don't even know where the key is. So stop it. I wrote myself a note today to practice some of my coaching things, and one of the things I want you to think about is disrupting the pattern of talking like shit to yourself. Because it doesn't give you the thing you want. You think that's going to motivate you, but it hasn't. So we're going to do something else. Even rephrasing this will make you feel better. And I guarantee when you feel better physically, and this is your nervous system, don't beat yourself up. Don't make yourself feel bad, because it just shuts you down. If making yourself feel bad shuts you down, making yourself feel better may wake you up. Okay? And Leslie, I love this. See, Jackie? Leslie is saying, Jackie, there was a reason you weren't ready, but maybe now you are. Money is not the only thing. Money is not the only thing. Think about this. Think about, I'm going to just rewrite from the opposite point of view what Jackie wrote. Storage has been a smart thing for me to invest my money on, because it provided me a safe place to put that stuff while I prepared myself to get stronger to deal with the things that are in storage. It really has been a wise investment, because when I am feeling better to do it, I will feel good about emptying that storage unit in a way that when I look back on this, I will have fewer regrets. I'm pausing to let that sink in. Disrupt the pattern. I'll be really obvious with my coaching terms. Disrupt the pattern of talking nasty to yourself, but don't just stop it. Replace it with the opposite. Okay? Replace it with the opposite. Because the thing is, with storage units, I hate them because somebody is making money off of other people's fear. So I am here to help you build your muscle so that you can empty out the storage unit in a way that feels good to you in the short term and in the long term. Just get a dumpster doesn't work for you because you know you may regret throwing away something in a dumpster that later you wish you hadn't. So going through those things at a pace that feels right to you is going to be the way that you get it done and you learn about yourself. So if you do it and you learn from it, you never have to do it again. That the stuff in storage, that your items that are being stored in your house now, that you can easily remove them from the storage unit known as your home so that you feel better about where you live. Yeah. Okay, so notice Jackie McDonald. You were like, I didn't sleep well last night. I'm tired. But you know what you're doing right now? You are investing your energy. I hope you're all curled up in bed. Write down this shit, okay? Write down that it was today's Wednesday, September 10th, TikTok live recording on Destination Decluttered on YouTube, okay? When you got free coaching, when you got my wisdom, other people's support and encouragement, so you can re-listen to this. Because it's not just, I get it now and I'm fine. No, we need to learn things over and over again. So isn't it good that you were too tired to go run there and cut off the lock? Because this is you writing down your plan. Tell yourself these good things. Feel good about your decisions. Okay? Yeah. And write this shit down. Okay? And it's not shit, but that's just the word I use. Sconson, cleaned out my deep freezer last night. Excited to use coupons at the store today to start refilling. Alrighty. So I love it. Rochelle says, I cleaned my basement doing 2 totes. Yeah. And Leslie says to Jackie, and you're brave to raise this very real issue with this great group. Okay? Yeah. And you know what, Jackie McDonald? You know it. I don't know you from Eve. We don't know each other personally. But it means that you are not alone in what your struggle is. What's her name? A friend of mine has a song about her. Mother Jones. Yours in the struggle. Right? You're not the only one. And so take comfort that you are not the only person who struggles with these things. Okay? Look at all these good people showing up for you. Including me. All right. Sconson. Sconson says, how long do you recommend having items up on Marketplace before just giving up and donating? I don't know. How long do you want to have it up on Marketplace? I will offer this. Having been a person who at one time sold things a lot, that's how I used to pay my rent for quite a while. It depends on what your goal is. Okay? Yeah. It depends on what your goal is. Is your goal getting rid of the stuff quickly and easily, or is your goal to make money? It sounds like right now it's a combo. Okay? If what you're doing right now isn't working for either of them, because you still have the thing and you don't have the money, change what you're doing. Okay? So Sconson, I would offer, if it's on Marketplace and it's for and you want to get some money, chop the amount of money you want in half. See if that moves it. If the money still is important, lower your price, move the product. We used to do that all the time at Pier 1. Okay? But the other thing is too, if the money isn't as important and you just want to let go of the thing, give yourself the opportunity to say, well, I tried to sell it and it didn't sell, so now I feel better about making the decision to just give it away. Okay? But notice, there are a few extra steps in some of these things. You are a smart person. You can think more deeply about some things than you maybe have. And notice, when I go back to Sconson, the what do I want is always the question. And my eyes go up to here because I have that written in front of me so I don't forget. What do I want? Do I want to have the space in my home that this thing is currently taking up? Or do I want the money? Which one is more important? And how can I integrate those things to make a decision that feels good to me right now? I have some things that I held on to for years that I knew was worth a lot of money. I actually, now that I think about it, I have very few things like that. Okay. So Jackie says, I didn't sell my listings and it's a lot of work. Right, so you tried that. You can write that down on evidence to your son when you come up. I listed the following items on Facebook. They did not sell. Okay? There's other evidence of work versus just the big HGTV reveal. Yeah, I love it. Kara also sells things. She says pick a time limit. A time limit. We use a timer often in coaching to give a boundary towards time. So that may work as well. Say, I will list this for X many days, weeks, months. But when I get to that end limit, that end parenthesis, if I haven't sold it, then I gift it. And I gift it to a place where it is more likely to connect up with somebody who will appreciate it. Because think about it, everybody. If you've got stuff in your home that you don't want, you may want to find the perfect home for it. Perfection is just going to lead you to disappointment. Okay? Yeah, Sassy Critters says, my sister-in-law said she can't help me get organized until I get rid of stuff. She doesn't get it. No, she doesn't get it. That's okay. Not everybody gets it. I freaking live it. So I get it. I get it. Okay? Sassy Critters, there is a difference, as your sister-in-law is indicating, there is a difference between organizing and decluttering. And decluttering always has to happen before organizing. Organizing is part of decluttering, but decluttering, I don't know. But some people can't handle decluttering. I can. I've done it all my life. I've been cluttered myself, so I know it externally and internally. And this is my mission in life, is to help you with it. If she doesn't get it, that's okay. Some people don't get it. I get it, so we can help you. Okay? So don't worry. Some people are not like this, and that's okay. They're them. We are us. We are young. We are free. Rochelle is offering to those of you who want to sell stuff, pick a price point. And this is what I say, what is your hourly rate? Okay? And also pick a pack of pickled peppers. Also pick a price point. I decided anything less than $20 was not worth the time for me. My time is worth more per hour than the amount of time I would have to take to make that money. Okay? Yeah. Kara's offering from firsthand experience for those of you who want to sell. Sometimes I list it on Marketplace and put it in my car. I love that. List it on Marketplace, put it in the car. If it's still there in 7 days, she drives to Savers and drops it off. Yeah. Now, I love this because Elle has already said with the book I offered, and I'm only a bit into it, but there's been things, if I wasn't so comfortable in my bed this morning when I was reading it, I would have totally had my highlighter and highlighted some points. She offers, where to go? Make room. Notice, make room for calm, joy, and actual happiness. That's a quote from the book. That's what we're doing right now. It's not about it looking good in case Martha Stewart or your judgy mother-in-law comes over. It's about you feeling good in a deep way, owning, being cool with how your house looks on the surface and in the storage and in the sentimental. Okay? Yeah. Good morning, Nikki. Nikki Now. So I'm going to offer to you guys. I've been kind of sassy lately with my stuff. Okay, so let me do a shout out right now because it's about 9:51, and ostensibly, I have about 9 minutes left of this TikTok live. But here's one of the things I love about my life. I love flexibility. I love structure. Dancing with flexibility. Notice. I'm thinking of not stopping this TikTok live at 10 o'clock Eastern time, but instead hanging on to it for like 90 minutes. For like another half hour after that. Would you like me to stay on longer? Would that help you if I stayed on until like 10:30? Put it in the comments if you'd like me to stay longer. Okay? Because I'm looking out my window, and normally what I would probably do is go out and walk. Now it's raining out, so I can't go walk. Okay. Alrighty. I see yeses. I say hop on. Yay, blonde Cheryl. Okay, teacher, nice to see you. Okay. Alrighty. Notice. When you say, yes, that's what I want. Okay. Yeah. This is what you want. This is what you get. Look at me. I'm like a fairy godmother. Boom. All right, I will stay on until like 10:30, and then by that time, I'll probably have to go to the bathroom, okay? But, and or. Couple of things. Please, everybody who's on here who is not part of the mailing list group, please take a moment. Leave my page for a moment. Please, make sure you are part of the mailing list group, okay? How you do that is you get onto my website, destinationdecluttered.com, and you simply put your email address in and hit join. Now, I will share with you right now, I'm not trying to sell you a damn thing. I will not bombard you with a bunch of bullshit emails because I freaking hate that myself. But the reason I suggest you join the email group is because of a couple of awesome things. First of all, you get connected with the secret page that opens up the world to you for free. It allows you to know when I do my TikTok lives and the YouTube lives. It allows you to know about and join in on the declutter parties. It gives you access to, and I'm reaching for mine here, a habit tracker that I print out and use on a daily basis myself. And kind of most importantly to me is it will allow us all to stay connected. Even if YouTube and TikTok and all of those third-party platforms go bye-bye, you can still reach out to me. I can still reach out to you. Okay? It really is a cool crew of people. All right? So I highly recommend, if you have been reluctant to, I'll offer this. If you're not on the mailing list, and why? Okay? DestinationDecluttered.com. Notice what the thought is when I say, if you're not part of the mailing list group, why aren't you? What's your answer? Write it in the comments because I may be able to help you with that, okay? So that was kind of my commercial message, just to remind people that let's stay connected. Even if TikTok Lives and YouTube Lives and all that stuff goes bye-bye, okay? The other way we can stay connected too is totally old school. Okay? It's totally old school, but it's writing down the stuff I say. Okay? Writing down the stuff I say. Because I am not planning on, notice I'm shifting from not going to write a book. I am not planning on writing a book. But if I did, it would totally be ghostwritten by somebody else. I know I have a lot of good ideas, but let me tell you about books. Books are a way to transmit information to other people. But you know what else is? Is a TikTok live. is a recording from a TikTok live. So I am already transmitting information, connecting up with you in an idea without having to write a book. But sometimes we may not have access. So please write the book of things that I say and write these things down yourself to help you. Okay? So I offer that to you. Now, because it's 9:55, we've got another 35 minutes together, people. 35 minutes. So I suggest to you, check in with your body again, scanning on down. I still have a little bit of a headache, but this is where they happen. It's okay. It's not getting worse. I don't have to pee, so that's good. So how are you feeling physically? Okay? Notice, we did this 40 minutes ago. You're a different person than you were 40 minutes ago. Are you feeling better physically? If not, do something about it. Are you feeling better energetically, nervous system-y? If yes, then go to the next step. If not, let's fix this step. Calming down, slowing down, sitting down, quieting down. Alrighty. This is funny. I will try to stay on focus, but I just got a text from my husband. It's all good. Notice the steps. Steps happen in order. Okay? Steps happen in order. You put one foot in front of yourself. You typically don't put the foot. You don't step twice with the same foot. You put the other foot and then the other foot. Certain things come in order. Okay. And when you're feeling, let's infer that you're feeling better. But actually, no, I'm going to back up. I spent some time on how to feel better physically, but let's talk about your nervous system. And to me, the nervous system is a combo of kind of calming down and warming up. Okay, calming down your nervous system to then use the energy you do have to focus it in an area that's going to feel good to you. So calming down your nervous system is when you're too distracted, you're overwhelmed, I can't even. Slowing down, calming down, breathing down. Water and air are your life sources. Okay? Breathing down, quieting down your environment. Maybe it means turning off or turning down the volume on certain things. This is part of decluttering, is turning down the volume, the visual volume. And I mean volume as audio, not containery. Turning down the distraction of your environment so you can focus on what's important to you. And making it easier for you to get from distracted to focused in a good way. All right? Now, hold on. TikTok thinks I'm signing off. Boop. Now, Okie Teacher says, this morning I did not feel 100%. And it's funny because earlier we were talking about having a half a tank of gas is good enough. I slowly got around. Sometimes it takes a while to warm up your engine. And now I feel so much better. Yeah. I don't know anybody who, even me, I'm an early bird and I do not leap out of bed. I would probably crumple into a heap because my foot would be asleep. Who jumps out of bed and is going to have, we're going to make a great day. Slowly calm down your body, your nervous system, and then warm it up so that when you get into gear, you're using the energy you do have to aim for a destination that you want to get to. And here, because we have a limited screen time here, I noticed this the other night when I was on YouTube. Destination happiness. Okay? And I'm totally being inspired by this happiness book. Okay? Destination happiness. It's not just about it looking good. It's about functioning well so it feels good for you to live in your home and you feeling good about yourself is really where it's at. Feeling good about your home and how it looks. Feeling good while walking around in your home and not stepping on a Lego or stubbing your toe on a box that's been there for months. Feeling good about yourself. And that's why, again, it's 10 o'clock and I'm going for another half hour because it's raining out and I'm here with my tea and my peeps and a blanket on my stuff. My name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. I'm a total life coach, people, because decluttering will help you with your life. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered. I should probably have that up there somewhere, but I'm not big on like that type of stuff. So Destination Decluttered. Destination like a trip. Destination like a road trip. Destination like a vacation. Destination like between birth and death. And there's a journey in between the two. And I help you navigate that. Okay? So here we are for the next 29 minutes, and then I will sign off. This will be, if anybody needs to run, I understand. You do not need to hang out for me because you know you are safe, that anything's going to happen. This is going to be, what do you call it? Recorded and uploaded to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. There are over 800 videos there, not to overwhelm you, but just to know that there's a resource out there that if you want to listen to a live, it's there. And we're doing a live YouTube tonight. Okay? I do TikTok lives and YouTube lives. And did I mention people in the email group? You have access to the schedule of these things. And there is a decluttering party this Saturday at noontime Eastern. I've been negligent and kind of hyping that up, but a decluttering party is all of us. You pay a ticket, you get onto Zoom. The ticket proceeds they're all donated to a worthy cause. It's not me. It's a homeless women's shelter, women's homeless shelter. 100% of the proceeds. I started that when stuff started to get really bad because of the current government. We're here helping other people while we're helping ourselves. Okay? A decluttering party is us getting together for an hour and a half or so and getting camaraderie and focus and accountability and all those little ingredients that would help you do some decluttering that you may not have practiced lately. Okay? If you're interested in being part of the party, be part of the email group first. Okay? Yeah. Jackie McDonald says, do you use an alarm to wake up in the morning? It depends. It depends. Usually my bladder, I'll be honest with you, usually my bladder is, but also I work for myself. I have a very flexible schedule, structured yet flexible. If I know, for example, I'm doing a 7 a.m. coaching session with one of my one-on-one clients or a YouTube live, when I am accountable to somebody else, you bet your sweet bippy that I will put on an alarm. But for me, I also delight in the flexibility of not having to use an alarm. Because I've had to use an alarm to wake up since like 1978. And I love not having to do that. But if I do, it's a tool to help me wake up. So I use it when I need to, but I try not to need to. Now here's an interesting thing. Doodly-doo. I'm just catching up. Gina says, I always tell myself, I can't leave my son with the burden of having to go through my stuff. And Damn It Donna says, this was my biggest motivation too. And couple things. One is, that is wonderful. What a good mom you are to not leave that stuff for your son. But what I will say is, I want you to also do this for you while you are still living. Okay? While you are still living, I want you to live in a home with only the stuff that you love. So do it. Part of your motivational, like you get a bunch of, like I take my vitamins in the morning, you've got your your vitamin C and your all that kind of stuff, a bunch of different pills. Part of your cocktail of motivation can be to not leave it for somebody else. but please include yourself in this. I am always going to go back to the thing that everybody often forgets because we haven't been told to focus on ourselves, or if you focus on yourself, you're like a selfish, greedy bitch. No. I want you to practice reminding yourself to do things for yourself, and that will have a positive ripple effect on everybody else around you. Okay? Now, I love it. Amy from Miami says, I took the garbage can, I walked around the yard and picked up anything that wasn't natural, trash and plastic. Awesome. You were decluttering your yard of stuff you knew didn't belong there. I love, this cracks me up too because it's so true. Okie Teacher says, I donated bags of clothes last weekend and I just found a huge bag of clothes I overlooked. I guess I got used to the bag being there. Yes, we call it clutter blindness. But now that you're seeing it as opposed to being blind, now I will get rid of it today. No big deal. It's going to happen. I preach the decluttering all the time. And decluttering, and this is not to overwhelm you, so do not get overwhelmed when I say decluttering is something you will do for the rest of your life. I always have a donation bag hanging on the back of our bedroom door because there are clothes and items that you at a certain point will decide, I no longer need this. And having a place to put it after you've made that decision, that is the thing that you will bring to the donation place. Having that on hand is really handy. So notice, Okie Teacher, you thought you had donated all of it. Nope, you missed one. No big deal. It wasn't a perfect donation. Oh well, nothing's perfect. I will practice donating more. And maybe you would say this, sometimes having that bag there and knowing that you're going to the donation place today might give you the opportunity to use your fresh eyes. Because notice, that bag was there the whole time. You got blind to it. So you can say, okay, what else am I blind to? What else was I blind to that now I'm going to look at it with fresh eyes. Pretend you're somebody else walking into that house. What would they see that you might be kind of oblivious to? Now, I got really used to doing that because I used to do visual displays for retail all the time. So I am so used to looking at things through other people's eyes. But I also look at it through my own eyes, but I get blind to some stuff. I don't even see the fact that these shelves, well, I do, but I'm like, whatever. The shelves in the hallway that I've been talking about for the last 6 months, they're still there. The basement guy is a mystery this week, so we'll see. So maybe this is an opportunity for you to donate a few more things. Why the hell not? Hey, there we go. Laura Gibbon Voorhees. An hour ago, she was hungry and afraid to open up a box on her patio. You know what she did? You know what actions she took? She ate something so she was no longer hungry. She calmed down her nervous system that had been overwhelmed and procrastinating yesterday, and she warmed up her courage to then open up the box and see what was in there. And as soon as she saw the stuff in there, she has taken steps. And now she has, at the process of, ta-da, free stuff with sign at the end of the driveway. And she's going to post a picture on the Facebook free page. Now, Laura, I love this for you, but I would say this. I think it would be great for you to say, what made it more difficult for me to do this yesterday, and why is this feeling so easy today? Diagnose. Get curious. Observe yourself as if you also were observing a worker doing something. Notice the combo of things that made it difficult, and notice the combo, the cocktail that makes it easier. Yeah. Now, Brand Girl, okay, so learn from what you're doing. Okay? Yeah. Brand Girl says, I have a donation cupboard It keeps things out of sight. Yeah, that's why I put myself in a bag. Good. Once it's full, it's time to donate it. Awesome idea. Wanderlust girl. I love it. I want to do what you do, but with organizing. I love all this support with decluttering. Go for it, hon. Go for it. I'm not going to gatekeep. There are plenty of people out there who need help. Do it your own unique way, and you too will be successful. Patty's feeling better. Notice it's all about feeling better. Destination feeling better, because she cleaned up and decluttered the darling daughter's bathroom. Yeah, I feel better because I am decluttering this house after traveling all summer, and also my husband isn't around, so I don't have to deal with somebody else cluttering up stuff. Right? Now you are having a bite to eat and your headache is going away. Good. Patty says, sometimes I have to point things out that I have done. Hubby is blind to it. Yeah. So point it out. Make a list. Check it twice. That's why I point them out to myself. I keep a book of all the good stuff I did as evidence to myself of the good stuff I have done. And if then anybody wants to ask me, what did you do? I got a list. All right. Anastasia and her clothing piles. Good. Anastasia, I don't know when you tuned in, but just so you know, I am in hour 2 of this Destination Decluttered TikTok Live, but I will be only on here for an hour and a half. So I will be signing off in about 20 minutes. Where you've got your clothing pile, but you had 3 piles before. You had 3 piles. What are your 3 piles? Okay. Yeah. So Laura Gibbon Voorhees. Good morning, Judy Dukes. Laura Gibbon Voorhees says, I usually have more energy first thing in the day. Write that down. That is insight. I too usually have more energy first thing in the day. So notice if you have energy more at certain times of the day than others, then perhaps, let me rephrase this, it will make it easier for you to do the things when you have, at the times that you have more energy. Okay? So my husband is a night owl. He gets things done after 10 p.m. when I am going to bed. Honor your circadian rhythms. Honor the fact that you may be a night owl or, and notice when it feels easier and write down what the scenario was. Okay? Now, Nurse Kim says what to do with partially used hair products. Use them until they're fully used. Okay? So Nurse Kim, I'm guessing, now that's a flip kind of off the cuff answer, but there's truth in it. You could use it up until it's gone. Or if for whatever reason it's not working for you, the hair product, like I use product in my hair and I've used stuff that hasn't worked before, get comfortable throwing certain things in the trash. Notice comfort. Notice comfort is more like a nervous system thing. Because your physical body can easily go from here's the product to here's the trash bin. So what's stopping your hand from going from putting the product in the trash bin right now is your nervous system, and your nervous system is activated by words often. Okay? Yeah. You can try. German Made is offering. I see a lot of people donating on the Facebook free sites if they're not expired, so you might try that. You might try that. Okay? Or. Now, I will always be team donate first versus trash, but sometimes somebody may not want a half-done thing of shampoo, or you might find a place to donate that will accept kind of partially used, half-used things. Is there a place around you where you could donate? Might be. So examine in your area a way to donate stuff or a way to give it away for free. Facebook Marketplace, friends, whatever. or get comfortable with being okay with throwing away something that hasn't worked for you. Okay, so 3 options. Use it up, donate it, throw it away. Okay? Yeah, and this is cool because I wouldn't have known this because it's not something I'm looking for and I don't spend a lot of time. German Maid says where she is, I see a lot of people donating on the Facebook free sites if not expired. I am shocked at how many people want the half-used bottles. Yeah, because maybe they want to experiment with whatever shampoo that is or product, and they don't want to invest a full amount of money in it. And if it works for them for free, you know, low barrier to entry. All right? All righty, PM just did that with the stuff she's away at things. Yeah, many places to donate. So there are options. Don't shut down thinking, you know, I don't know what to do, therefore. If you don't know, ask somebody else and they may know. That's why we're here. We are a resource, okay? I hope that helps. I hope that helps. So, where are we? Well, we've got some people on the mailing list to please. Again, I don't do it for my own sake. I do it for your sake. That there's benefits to signing up and joining the mailing list club, okay? And notice one of the things Nurse Kim said. I am 40 and my hair is short now. So the things that you used back in your past, I'm inferring longer hair, aren't working for you today with shorter hair. This can be true for many of us. The things that worked for you in the past may not be working for you right now. So notice that. The things that are working for you are going to work. It's the shampoo you use, it's the clothes you wear, it's the dishes you eat off of. Get curious about the things in your home that you are not using, that are just kind of loafing around and not being productive members of your life. The clothes you don't wear, the cleaning products you don't use, the rooms you don't even go into, the books you don't read, the sentimental objects that you don't look at to spur those memories on. I like to use the phrase, play with your toys. What toys are you not playing with? And then, if you notice things that you're not using, that you're not playing with, get curious to discover what your answer is. Because that answer is going to reveal something about how you think and feel, and how you think and feel motivates your actions or inactions, and how you think and feel creates the life you have. Okay? Oh, you have 40 products. Okay, I get you. Okay, so funny. Alrighty. And I love it. Therapy Gal Sue, what a great way. I use Google. Who will pick up my donations from my porch? Plus a zip code. Okay? I just got a text from somebody. I think it's important. And I will check in with you guys tonight. But I feel it's important for me to sign off. Hopefully it's nothing, but I want to honor this. And so I'm going to cut this. I was going to go just another 10 minutes, but I feel it's important for me to respond to this text right now. Had I had my messages on, it may be nothing, it may be something, okay? But I know you guys will understand, okay? So I offer to you. I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. I will see you tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. If you want to know what time I show up, because I show up at different times, join the mailing list club, and I'll see you, all right? Bye, you guys.